All right, so we've played Grinning Ignus combo in Historic a few times. It's obviously all over Alchemy, and this is a deck list in Explorer that's put up some results in Pioneer. The Pioneer deck list is a few cards different than what we're playing due to arena card accessibility. The most notable is that we're missing Mana Confluence from the 3-color mana base. And then the sideboard has a couple of small changes for metagame adjustments, like they're playing Alpine Moon and they have Rending Volley, where we have Fry for card adjustments. But the core idea is that Grinning Ignus, along with either Hazoret's Monument, Birgi, or enough Runaway Steam-Kins, lets you cast this card an unlimited number of times. We can then kill our opponent with a Devilish Valet, or if we have Birgi and Hazoret's Monument, we actually generate mana with our loop, so we can eventually kill them with Light Up the Night. And not only does Monument let you discard cards to draw cards, but Risen Reef also puts lands and draws you cards as you're casting this Ignus over and over again, making mana to eventually kill them with Light Up the Night. So we've got a few different angles of attack here, and then obviously the Moose is loose because it's a free roll. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it feels in Explorer this morning. Hey, what's going on, Gendy? Thanks for the 3.5 years. Welcome back. Fish Lamp Clock, thanks for the 45 months. Really appreciate it. Strong individual cards are a fantastic idea. Naime, thanks for the 51 months. I appreciate the over 4 years. Good morning, good morning. Sure. Oh yeah, I guess we also technically have a couple of innkeepers to let us gain a bunch of life while we bounce dorks around. I would assume this deck has a bad red-black matchup. It's a long tank before we take my one not mana card. Perhaps they've disconnected. They managed the line, yep. Figured it out. Solved the riddle. Yeah, I got you, Gandim. These are elementals for Risen Reef. That's a nice draw. We're looking to grind here a little bit. That's that. Monument helps us grind through extra lands as well a little bit, which is nice. Doruid, thanks for hanging out for 2 years. Welcome back. Good morning. I assume they're about to kill my Risen Reef. Really? Okay. They have Fatal Pushers up to then? Yeah, they must have Fatal Push, right? No, Deckmore Salvage is not on Arena, Duck Doolittle. And that's a dredge. That's the dredge land, right? So there's no guarantee that that one's ever coming. Well, I guess I could technically cast this, huh? I think I'm chilling though, because if I draw, one, if I draw a brick next turn, casting Birgi next turn lets me discard a card to draw a card, and two, if we hit Ingus, this is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I draw an Ingus next turn, we'll be able to combo with Innkeeper, which would be nice. Eshed. And our little value engine is trying, chip, but the shuffler is not in our favor this morning to start. Just like the classic drew 5 lands all gas versus drew 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands. we had some selection. We had some selection in there, but not a whole lot we could do against them having all gas and us having none. Honestly, doesn't really look like we have sideboard cards for this matchup. Like, maybe could bring in a Chandra, but honestly feels like a click submitting goal. Long-term plans have to include Modern and Legacy, right? Yeah, definitely. But, I have to imagine things like Dredge will be, like, way longer term on, like, when you talk about, like, bringing Modern cards to Arena, I have to imagine things like Dredge are, like, super low down on the list, right? It's both a new mechanic to program, and it's one that's, like, not super popular, etc., etc. Morning, Marty. Gosh, we've only been live for 12 minutes, and we're already the 5th most viewed Magic the Gathering stream on Twitch this morning. We're slightly above viewer counts, above the stream that's illegally streaming Futurama on a 24/7 loop in a dead stream category. We're so popular. The true definition of killing it. You get it. Well, popular Quarthian doesn't equate to seeing a lot of play. So, streaming old TV shows is something that people do that they're not supposed to do to make money. It's like the slightly more illegal version of the person that's just like been streaming old Magic PT coverage 24/7 on Twitch. It's like definitely not okay within the terms of service, but also it's a thing that happens. Our hand's pretty good to start. Got a lot of value here. opening on Hazoret's monument here. I could cast Grinning Ignus to trigger the Risen Reef, but probably not necessary. They're dead, right? We go Birgi and then Ignus combos for infinite mana, and then we have light up the stage. We have 2 cost reducers here. So every time we cast the Grinning Ignus, we net a mana. And then eventually light up the... Sorry, I said light up the stage. Eventually light up the night kills them. Always yield, always decline when. On Moto, you could say always decline to a trigger like this.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you constantly taste the salt.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
That's true. We did attack them a couple of times at least. Well, yeah, so this is obviously... Oh, I could have killed him there. This is obviously slower than it would be in paper, but at the same time, there's a lot of other parts of Magic Arena, most other parts that are much faster than paper, right? Is it really wrong to want to see a win con? There was an eye on the light up this night in my hand. They literally knew it was there, RGMs, which is why it was nothing but salt. Pure sodium incarnate from the mid-range player that thinks their brain is huge and their deck is hard to play. Your brain is neither huge nor is your deck hard to play. Red-black mid-range opponent. Yeah, Magic Arena is a mobile game. You can play it while you use the bathroom. There's chloride in there too. Fire and Fury, thank you for the 3 years while I was clicking vigorously. Appreciate the 36 months. Gotta play catch and release here. This is much better. I think I bottomed the valet. Do we bottom the Valet or the Innkeeper? If I bottom the Innkeeper and they thought seize me and take the Elf, I'm a little sad, but I guess if they thought seize me and take the Elf, they're... If they thought seize me and take the Elf, they're not taking my combo pieces, so that's probably fine. Because naturally, chat, our opponent's brain is huge, so they always have the Thoughtseize on one. There's so many fast lands in my deck. I think I play Spirebluff Canal on 2 here. So this way, if I draw like another Botanical Sanctum or Spirebluff Canal, I can play a 3-drop, into my collected company here. God, our brain is fucking huge, shit. See, our deck's actually a big brain deck, chat. We even got to think about our land sequencing. All right, do we Valet or do we Monument? We Monument because of the potential for a Chandra here. All right, either would have died. That's fine. Morning Hutch. Your move, Yugi boy. Nothing to see here. Just shucked my land in by mistake. Don't let the dude flip. Nah, I disagree. I don't think it really matters. Alright, so if this hits Grinning Ignus and Birgi, they die. Yeah, they can't Fatal Push us. They don't have Revolt. All of our things cost 3.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
We're getting a lot of mileage out of the salt clip during this set, chat. I can feel it.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
This doesn't count as a twin situation, chat. It's 3 cards. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. They're just upset, chat, that their brain is bigger than ours because they're playing a mid-range deck. When did Grinning Ignus join Explore? I don't know. What says this from? Strixhaven. Technically, Jeff, it was company and a valet, so it was 2 cards. Oh, man. And I'm just vibing making a Devilish Valet get bigger, Chip. Just gonna vibe for a little bit here. How big do we go? That's the question. My opponent's a lot. We're going to like 5 or 6 digits here, chat. It's gonna get real big real fast. Birgi's not gonna be disappointed. Devilish Valet is huge. Go until arena breaks. I want to get to 6 figures, chat, and then I will run it in. It's just beautiful that my opponent is timing out while all this is happening too. That's the real beauty of it all, is the fact that they're timing out while it's happening. And they weren't even AFK there, chat. They were actually sitting there wallowing in sodium the entire time. Actually just wallowing in sodium the entire time. Going on, Bora? Play Tangled Florahedron and attack for 1. I'm gonna play my cards around sensor here, I think. God, my brain is huge, chat. You wish your brain was as large as my brain is. I'm collected companying during their upkeep because I don't want them to have the chance to draw mana for Absorb. And if they have a veto, I want them to already have it in hand and spend the mana this turn after they've untapped. So we don't do this on my turn because when they have the veto like this, they've now already spent their mana for this turn. And then next turn, on my next turn, they're tapped out. Now that smile's kind of dead to me, so everybody just come and see. It started off as a 1-3. This must mean I'm disgusting. Oh, this card breaks my companion. That can't possibly be worth it. I copy and pasted this sideboard. That's gotta be wrong. We should just play another dispute or something. Do we want fries in this matchup? I can't tell if I do. I definitely want the disputes. The Innkeepers are a fine cut. Chandra ends up doing much more damage than Elk in this matchup. Yeah, if I could have Chandra start as an 8th card in my hand every game, I'd agree that Chandra is better than an 8-mana 5/5. However, Chandra is a 1-of card that I have to draw out of my deck in a high variance game. So the average expectation of Elk is much higher than the average expectation of Chandra. It's not about the individual power level of the card. It's the expected power level of the card based on our likelihood to have it. Using math against Chad is unfair. That's true. And 4 mana no plays. Pretty unlucky. Alright, so this isn't resolving, obviously. They're playing Jawari Disruption and Censor? See? No one expects the 5th mana spike. Yeah, exactly. My 1-power dorks. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Farewell, friends. Oh, just a tap, papa.
I won't hide from the world. Let's skip to the good part.
I have 2 Grinning Ignus. Can I use the first one as bait?
Make another move. No time for a break.
Okay, so this deluge means they can't, this deluge means they can't sweep the leg this turn, which is nice. down Birgi. Oh, you spin them tires, baby. Do 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 do. All right, chat, I'm addicted. We started the session by stuffing red black and then stuffing blue white. Woo, baby. Woo, baby. Oh yeah, I want to cut the Chandra. That's fine. We'll continue playing with a 13 card sideboard. Oh right, there's Runaway Steam-Kin in this deck too. Forgot about that. Forgot about those. Do this because it gives us the best chance to be able to company on curve. Well, that's actually, I was saying it's kind of nice if they kill the reef, but if they kill the reef, they're just gonna exile it, right? Sedge.
It's my turn.
Okay, now if they exile it, Thunderkin Awakener kills the Chandra. Hoping to draw untapped land here so we could go Steam-Kin into Thunderkin Awakener.
Guess you don't need me anymore.
We're dead, fam. So if I monument, we have infinite mana next turn, right? I'm gonna game 4 here.
Let's do this. This'll be easy.
Okay, And I have infinite rummages, so they're dead, right? Because we're going to find up a light up the night. Right? Technically, this is free and makes mana faster. Yeah, we'll find an Aura Valet. Chat, this deck seems kinda cracked. Why aren't people playing this? Yeah, this is Pioneer legal. We're missing mana confluence from the Pioneer version and like a couple of sideboard cards. But yeah, this is almost verbatim a deck that did well in a Pioneer tournament. It's really interesting how much slower things populate through the Magic Arena ladder compared to how quickly things change on Magic Online. I'd wager the game's economy has have a lot to do that. It's much harder to change decks on Magic Arena. I mean, my opponent sees that I have an unlimited number of draw discards on top of anything else, so like, this is definitely a salt situation. They know they're dead.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
I think we kill them with light up tonight, so they don't know that Devilish Valet is an option. This is 13 plus 11 is 24, so... I just didn't sideboard last time we played against Red Black, and I think I'm gonna run back that strategy. Redcap Melee is good against red aggro. Mono red's the deck in this format. Alright, push my elf off a cliff. You know you want to. You know you want to. Do 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 do. Hey, Jola Quinn. Thanks for the 3 months in advance. I wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. I appreciate the support. Happy Thursday. Alright, so do we Risen Reef before or after we collect a company? I think we just pass, right? We like company at end step. To me, my company. They will have a treasure token here, which makes their fatal pushes live into my combo, but I think that's fine. Hopefully they just like tap out for something dumb. Alright. Play him a trap card. Gain a couple of life, draw a card. They left the monument. They have like a kid command or something? Tire spinning bodes well for our hero. Grinning Ignus is lethal next turn, right? I think I shock in this land and draw the Wellspring. And we'll pass. The Moose, in addition to being loose here, is also an elemental that draws with Risen Reef, which is nice. Hey, what's going on, Dudium? Thanks for the third of the year. Welcome back. All right, so this forces a chump block here. Probably... Is it Innkeeper or Elvish Mystic jumping under a bus here? Almost assuredly Hemingways. Thanks for the prime. Welcome back. It's Innkeeper or Elf. Is it Mystic? I guess we need the life. What an easy game, chat. What an easy game. Cue the carnival music, chat. Cue the carnival music. So anyways, I started comboing. And now we have an arbitrarily large amount of mana, and we get to draw our entire deck. Alright, let's cut the Chandra from the sideboard, because it's bad. Mad because Chandra's bad. Creature combos, yeah. Chat, we broke Explorer by going on the internet and downloading somebody else's deck list. It was really a sight to behold. I mean, if they have counter spells, they would have just countered part of your earlier combo, right? Removal check gameplay. That's not allowed in Explorer. They banned Winota. There's no removal check gameplay here, chat. Sorry, hold please. Oh, this hand's cracked, shit. I looked back and it's cracked. Okay, so I have an arbitrarily large amount of rummages at the moment. So that means we eventually find an untapped land, and then that casts Steam-Kin once we find an untapped land. And then that gives us an unlimited amount of mana, which then eventually finds Light Up the Night to... Oh, I don't have unlimited mana because... I'm bad, shit. I'm bad and we're gonna lose because I'm bad. In my head, these went infinite, but it's a colorless mana we're gaining each time. I'm so terrible, terrible. You know I am terrible. Do 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 do. I discarded the extra one too because I thought we were popping off. Man, this deck's really bad when you're an idiot, chat. Probably dead now. If I'd have kept the other Grinning Ignus instead of Collected Company, we'd have killed them here, right? Because they'd have tapped out to kill that, and then I would have had this with this in the land. We would have found the land in an appropriate amount of time. Alright, so our deck was capable of winning this one, but I was not. In fact, in my embarrassment, I'm just gonna give them a free match because we just hit Diamond 2, so I have a free match to give. So I'm just gonna mulligan. Because we don't lose any rank points. We don't want people who just look at my untapped stats and don't watch the video to think this deck's unbeatable. So we need to throw a match in there to throw the statistics off. You gotta make sure you put bad data in there for people that don't understand the sample size is small and they should be ignoring it. Gotta punish the people coming to bad conclusions. Yeah, it's a strategic concession. Also, like, we've literally played against Red-Black 3 out of 5, 3 out of 4 matches now, and I just like to see the deck play against something else. Alright, I believe in drawing a red land. Magic Arena was so incredibly disappointed in my inability to play this deck that it decided to cut our audio out. I can't say that I disagree, Magic Arena. I kind of deserve this. Magic Arena is mad because I'm bad, chat. Well, actually, I'd actually paused at the start of that last game to compose a quick tweet. And for those that don't subject themselves to the bird site, I can read it here for you. I'm playing this Grinning Ignus combo deck in Explorer on Arena, and it seems pretty good. Wizards should ban Winota again just to be safe. Does the audio cut out when you can see? No, there's certain triggers in the game board audio that cause it to cut out, and this Ravnica game board in particular causes the audio issue to happen more aggressively than other game boards, because this game board is supposed to play different sound effects when you play guild cards or lands. And whatever they're doing with trying to play special guild audio just like causes it to kick the bucket quite frequently. Which, in peak Wizards of the Coast fashion, the fact that they both haven't fixed it and haven't disabled the game board that causes it to happen most frequently is just like so egregious. Like, sure, you don't think you could fix the issue in a reasonable amount of time or whatever, so like, it's gonna have to ride, but like, at least take the 30 seconds it should take you to disable the game board that causes it most often. Well, it does happen everywhere. This isn't the only game board where it happens, but it basically always happens on this board. So it can happen on other game boards, but it's not basically guaranteed like it is here. There's some dev at Magic Arena right now that's watching this stream that's like, listen, Jeff, I tried to disable this game board and the client server just wouldn't launch when we turned it off, so it has to stay on. We thought of that and it's not allowed. Be happy this game works at all. Yeah, you're probably right. Without red mana, we can't really oops kill them, so I think we're unfortunately done here. Sad mull to 5. And I think we're again just like on the click submit, no sideboard cards against red black. Our primary linear plan has felt pretty good. How much of the metagame is red black? According to Untapped, I think it was around 20% last time I checked. But that's also of all time, and the season just rolled over, and there tends to be more people playing try-hard good decks right when the season rolls over. Yeah, Rakdos Mid range is around 21%, according to Untapped. A third of the format is Rakdos Mid range and blue-white control. And obviously, you know, sample size variance. There's days where we just, like, don't play against it at all, but, like, we've also played against it 4 out of 5 matches so far today, so definitely a little bit of a feels bad man situation. Colonel Yogi, thank you for the very generous tier 2 and for the 15 months. Welcome back. By the way, because it's like less than 2 weeks away at this point, I'm going to try and mention a couple times per stream that I am going to be off from streaming here on the channel from the 15th through the 21st. Because I will be in London for the Pokemon World Championships. Actually, I need to double check. I might be streaming on the 15th. I think our flight is that evening. We have like a 9 p.m. flight out of O'Hare, and I think that's on the 15th, so I probably stream for at least a few hours that morning. We have 2 good cards here, right? Do they take the turn to Risen Reef, or do they take the Collected Company that's going to follow it? They took the Cocoa. Yes. Yeah, the mono red control deck is a good red-black matchup. I am going to London for Pokemon. So I'm sure people that are regulars know that I've been incredibly addicted to Pokemon Unite since it released. And they've asked me to be part of their broadcast team for Worlds. Which should be fun. I am looking forward to it. Let's draw this other elemental. One's a work trip, Doruid. Do we play the Innkeeper? Yeah, I think so. It's like, play all our friends out here. Our deck doesn't usually play sweepers in the main. This is like slightly worse if we draw exactly the monument, but I think I just want to start attacking here. They've done a really good job with their last few character releases in Unite. Like, they're 3 for 3 now on releasing playable characters that aren't like Duraludon busted. Buzzwole dropped last night. It's kind of and they all feel like kind of unique. They don't just feel like rehashes of other characters' kits. Yeah, Glaceon feels like Glaceon feels like a slightly more powerful variation of like what I always loved doing with what's it called? Sylveon. I think this is a play the Horn of Bounty angle, huh? Which makes me feel a little bit bad that I played Elvish Mystic out, but that's fine. Buzzwole seems busted. I don't think it's busted. I think it's super flashy, which is going to make people think it's busted. But, like, the double throw moveset and my highlight video this morning, I think it's actually my least favorite skill combination. I played with it for, like, 3 hours last night. A lot of these red-black decks don't fit K-Command in the main. We just no blocks here. Take Malik's. They got 4 cards in the bins. They're 2 off Escaping Cruxum. Just want 2 cards here. I'm looking for like companies and Risen Reefs, right? Oh my gird. Ermagerd. Alright, so... yeah, I really like Leech Life on Buzzwole, for sure. I think I'm tapping this for mana at this point, right? This isn't exactly lethal, but it's kind of close. Yeah, it's like a value Ingus. Am I casting this? Oh, I could bounce this, right? Off of the treasure token? And then I could do this. Do I want this in play or do I want it in my hand? I think I decline and put it in my hand, right? Then I can play this out as a blocker. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cash this in. Obviously, they're gonna block these, but like now I get to gain a life and draw a card. Okay, yeah. Wow, what a just like we were on nothing, chat. Like actually just completely out of cards, nothing. And now look at us, chat. Our board is huge. Our life total is huge. Our brain is huge. Everything's large, if you know what I mean, chat. We're just massive. Okay. If they do play Meat Hook, they don't play it in the main. No blocks. Take 8. Okay, so they get to escape Kroxa here, which means I lose the monument, so I'm technically not deterministic next turn. That being said, we have a ton of mana, and we have a Horn, and we have a Risen Reef, and a Steam-Kin, so we're probably fine. This turns every draw into 2 draws. Chat, stop trying to tell me what game it is. I clearly don't know. Okay? It's very clear that I have no idea what game I'm playing, and it's rude of you to keep telling me. Okay, so I believe with the 2 Steam-Kins at this point, we're deterministic, right? Because we're technically gaining 2 mana per cast of this, right? So we're infinite mana now. Is my understanding of what we've achieved? I gotta like work through. We gotta massage our way through some of the details here, but yeah, they're dead. I can't tell how much mana we have, chat. Oh, I should probably cast this, right? Makes this cheaper. Oh, I have to click decline now. Mistakes have been made. Man, where are my valets when I need them, chat? Can we play Risen Reef to clean up some of the mana we don't need? That's true. We can. That's the big brain play right there. Clear the blue and green mana out of this mana pool that's floating by casting the Risen Reef. So that's the play around the Magic Arena interface slime. We could cast Collected Company for Valet. I'm just gonna kill him with Light Up the Night, chip. Are they dead yet? I'm gonna cast this for X's 12 and see if it resolves. Alright, yep. Turns out they were dead. Could we deck? No, Reef doesn't draw a card. It puts the top card of our deck into our hand. So this you could technically deck with, but it's also a maze, so you can't if you're clicking appropriately. That game was super impressive, chat. We were on, like, complete empty, and then all of a sudden a switch flipped, and we dumpstered them. Augustella, thanks for hanging out for over a year. Welcome back. I appreciate it. We had mana on my Steam-Kins I wasn't using. Oh, good call, good call. We have a box and a lot of red-black decks fit inside of it. Yep. I feel like with how good this deck is going to be, we're setting ourselves up for some cumulative variance of disappointment with our historic deck today. Barring any deck donations pushing their way in as the second deck, I think we're going to do Sultai Goyf today in historic. This deck is as dirty as my sub-bun. Thanks for the 30 months, Manju. Welcome back. Appreciate the 2.5 years. Going Tharn. Thanks for 11 months. Almost that entire year. The sword and shield await. I'm on the draw, chat. I'm on the draw. Magic deck submissions are 50 USD. We're gonna elect to block warriors, chat. And if we miss and lose, that's fine. See, chat? We're just padding the stats so people think the deck's not good. It was a content keep with a free roll off to throw the dirty data sniffers off. We're hiding the data. I don't want to play against this deck, chat. Oh, I forgot to restart the client, so we're going to continue to play with the sound of silence. Ready to wake up and fight, chat. Yeah, no joke. Especially when there's like bigger events coming up. There are a lot of people I know that they just concede their 5-0 matches on Moto. Because they don't want their stuff getting published. So we've played against Red Black 5 out of 6 matches this morning. Is that right? Am I counting that correctly? Is that an accurate representation? I want to play the monument. You have strangled my Llanowar Elf. Little up dog. I think I'm ditching the valet here. You know, like, Fatal Push my Birgi? Oh, we're stomping that. Sure. Bad sequencing there on their part. Coulda skipped us getting a life. I think we stumbled enough here that we're probably dead. I guess we'll see. I'll see what the collected company yields. We should get one more turn here, right? I'd rather just Coco here than kill their Chandra, so I'm gonna pass. I think Hive of the Eye Tyrant's actually much better than Castle Lockthwain. Yeah, like, I've got Hazoret's Monument here. If they don't have a removal spell in hand, we could definitely kill them on the untap here with a good company. This deck gets to play the two best D&D creature lands. The red and black ones are definitely the two best of that set. All right, they don't have a removal spell here. They're dead. They have a Fatal Push. I haven't played one yet. Yeah, they made a black mana. Okay, so if we draw an untapped land here, we win? He can't keep getting away with it, chat. He can't keep getting away with it. Hey, I'll give you a little audio as a treat, chat.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
All right, chat. So for those of you that are just joining us, we have unlimited mana, and eventually we kill them with Light Up the Night. I just like the number of games like that we've had in this set where it's just like, man, we're so dead. Oh, wait, tick, tick, oops, kill you has been incredibly high. Just unreal high. Oops, I guess you're dead now. Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, and if you just stopped in for a game and you haven't watched this whole set, the whole set's been like this. That was not a fluke. We have been winning way more than we've been losing when I've been playing even remotely close to okay. Like, the companies and the Risen Reefs just go so far. Hey, LM, thank you for the sub gift. Good morning to you. We cocoed into the nuts, and then they had a fatal push, and then we redrew the nuts again the next turn to win through the fatal push. Because we're just that good. Do we discard a Risen Reef or a Collected Company here? It's gotta be Risen Reef, right? Think it's Risen Reef? It's so close, though. Oh yeah, if we top deck Awakener, discarding Reef is insane. That's true. That's true, that's true. I wonder if I'm supposed to play the Tangled Florahedron as a land here, so I just have guaranteed land on 4. We've popped up with Valet a few times. Okay, I think I want to company before I Reef, I think is my plan. It's possible that's wrong, though. Kanjo, thank you for the 3 years. Welcome back. Enjoy your upgraded castle. Cesta, thanks for the half a year. Good morning, good morning. Well, I assume they have a removal spell here, or 2 removal spells. So I would wager 1 or both of these are dead. Now, one thing to note here, because I have the Risen Reef in play, they do get an opportunity to kill this Grinning Ignus before I can bounce it to my hand, because the Grinning Ignus does activate at sorcery speed. Pick this up, drop the monument, pass the turn. Feels like most possible combination of Coco hits win the game without immediate removal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I was going to have to ask you to calm down, Swift, because what you described there sounds dangerously close to removal check gameplay. And every reasonable Magic the Gathering player knows that Wizards has delivered us from removal check gameplay. Good God, chat! The hits keep coming, and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules, and we hit the ground running. It didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with casting a Birgi? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Beep beep. Be-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, chat! Chat, they figured out they can kill the Grinning Ignus. They figured out they can kill the Grinning Ignus. Rats. They found the line. All right, so I think we need to Boseiju kill the reflection of the Kiki-Jiki with the light up the night. This does X+1 when you target a creature or planeswalker. Does your lawnmower choke on 4-leaf clovers? Do your windows get broken with horseshoes? Is it hard to be this lucky? It's difficult. I have a tough life out here, chat. It's a hard knock life for us. Do 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 do. Beep 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 do 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 bim bim. I think I'm keeping the Llanowar Elf. Because we might want to cast the Llanowar Elf after we company here. That was our first bad collecting company of the day, to be fair. I need to kill the Chandra, right? Well, if I kill the Chandra, they can escape. If I kill the Chandra, they can escape the Kroxa, which I don't really want. I was gonna send the valet upstairs. Oh, I guess they block and they still get to escape the Kroxa. I'm dumb. I think we're dead. There are a lot of decisions at different points this game, chat. Oh, they're not killing Birgi. That's a decision. They have like a stomp in their hand to punish this block. So this is free and draws 2 cards. It's okay. Tap green would be nice. I think I just want maximum blockers here, right? They have Fatal Push. Okay. So I'm going to 1, but I have plenty of spells to discard to Kroxa, so we're not dead on board. We're dead to a stomp, obviously. They're through 2 of those already, though. So naturally they have the 3rd in 19 cards. We're dead to 2nd Chandra. Happy to discard Elvish Mystic. Yeah. It's gone. Okay, so we need to Innkeeper, right? I don't think I'm casting Risen Reef, right? And then do I do this? Because I can still company after? Yeah. Oh, the moose makes mana, chat. Oh, I forgot the moose makes mana. Holy fucking shit, chat. Oh my god. Holy crap. Alright. Alright. My face is getting large because we definitely deserve some audio as a treat after that one. Good God, man. Good God, man. It's like that was... Oh, I feel a little unclean. Yeah, there's no way this deck isn't everywhere in a week, right? This'll probably be the thing that pushes red-black out of the top deck, right? If you want to check out the Buzzwole build, it's up on the Pokemon Unite YouTube channel. There's two different Buzzwole clips up there. There's one from a Zap fight, and then there's a full matchup up there already. We'll have Buzzwole highlights the next 2 days. Misfit Mavis, thank you for the 5 sub gifts. That's super generous. Yeah, for variants working in our favor. To be fair, we drew a ton of cards there, right? There is no chance this isn't one of the best decks. Yeah, I would bet that it is, no joke. Feels like we should ban Grinning Ignus in every format. I mean, I think Grinning Ignus is an appropriate power level for Historic. I don't think this deck should exist in Explorer and Pioneer. I think this style of deck is fine in Historic and Modern and Legacy and stuff like that. Like those formats should be for these kind of obnoxious, totally degenerate play patterns. But I agree. It would be nice if Explorer wasn't this. Chat! Our opponent's gonna gain some life, chat! Oh no! Okay, so we can kill them here, right? So if I leave red mana up and we hit Birgi plus Ingus, do we have enough mana? No, because we won't be able to fit the Valet in there. I think we still just company, right? Actually, we should pass because they play, Skyclave Apparitions in the main sometimes, so I'm just gonna pass, and then we can kill them on our next turn if the company's good. Nah, I think I'm holding the Elf. I might want to rummage it with the Monument. You know, when I see decks like what we're playing, chat, be really strong, it really makes me count my lucky stars and think just how blessed we are that Wizards of the Coast keeps the really powerful things banned, like Field of the Dead. Could you imagine making a 2/2 on turn 7 with your land drop? Could you even fathom the strength of that play? Like, we are so fortunate that Wizards keeps those play patterns in check. All right, chat, which infinite combo do you want to use here? We got a couple of them. Which infinite combo do you want to use? Yes. All right, good answer. Good answer. Light them up. They're on fire. Oh, do 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 do. Oh, this is free. So everybody, just come and see. Do 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 do. Chat, is this format gonna be unplayable this time next week? Because this is all anybody's gonna be doing. What do we do? What do we do that beats this, chat? Like, does this like have a bad mono red matchup? Maybe it has a bad mono red matchup. I feel like our mono red matchup can't possibly be good, right? Explorer is a format at Worlds in October. Wait, is Worlds on Magic Arena? Is that a thing? Okay, I have no. Listen, chat, I'm commentating Worlds for the real games, the biggest IP in the history of the world, Pokemon. It's hard to keep track of what these smaller games like Magic the Gathering are doing. Is Worlds paper or arena or both? Does anybody know? They're playing arena in person. Interesting. Why aren't we making land draws? It doesn't matter, because they're dead. It's in person, so you can still call a judge to angle shoot. Well, I mean, you don't want some people to have to play Magic Arena on ping, chat. That's why Pokemon Unite Worlds is in person. You don't want people to play on ping. I do find that a little strange. Letting some people play in person and having some people play remote feels weird to me. I guess it's convenient if people don't feel like they want to travel, but from a logistics, I guess coverage is probably appropriately delayed. Money on the audio cutting out at Worlds. Well, I'm sure this is just like the end user client. I'm sure the spectator client they'll be using at Worlds won't have audio issues. Hey, Togek, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Really appreciate the support. Welcome. COVID is still a thing, right, chat? COVID is a thing now and forever. We have hit the endemic portion of COVID. The opportunity to have COVID not be a thing has passed. We failed as a society to make that be an option. The people in the booth will, like, even just look at this, chat. Like we don't even have the combo. We're just like sitting here, pay 1 red mana, draw a card. Pay 1 red mana, draw a card. Unfortunately, we're a mana short of going for it here, but we can shock in this red source, hold up Fry, and pass the turn. Yes, one of the small positive things about hitting the endemic stage, chat, is that as viruses mutate, they do tend to skew in the less lethal direction because the more lethal strains tend to kill their hosts before they can transmit. Which is why the flu that we have today does still kill a number of people, but it's far less lethal than it was in, 1917, 1918. And the medicine gets better too, right? Like we've got vaccines now, we've got over-the-counter stuff you can take after the fact to treat symptoms after you get COVID. So. And don't worry, chat. If there's one thing capitalism is good at, it's good at monetizing recurring things that are going to happen to lots of people consistently. Yeah, I actually didn't realize that, like, long flu was a thing, too. Like, obviously, we turn about long COVID a lot, but even cases of the flu can have long recurring symptoms. Yeah, our opponent's dead here, chat. They were deterministically dead before we drew this, and this just speeds it up. Waiting on a valet or light up the stage. Hey, look, it's I only got one creature, but it was exactly what I wanted for Christmas. What changed to make this deck appear? Someone figured it out. The big thing that was figured out, I think, is the Risen Reef package with this deck. I think is the big innovation this particular build brought to fruition. Risen Reef has felt really instrumental in making the deck super consistent. Yeah, the value ingots, I mean, even this game, right? Like, the value ingots with Risen Reef is the reason that we won.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
I already did 6 digits earlier. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill them here. We clicked up to 6 figures for fun earlier. Wow, they're gonna sit here and time out too. Listen, chat, this deck's farming sodium for people. There are gonna be a lot of people that are very salty. If you don't want to play against this deck, you probably just shouldn't log into Explorer for the next little bit here. There's no way this deck doesn't end up everywhere. Don't forget to hydrate, chat. You don't want to dry out from the salt. Has got my blood work back, and I don't think I'm allowed to watch this much salt. Yep. Yep. That seems like not great, but we'll keep it. Hey, look, we drew a Risen Reef, so now the hand's great, Chip. Hey. Oh, it's a rat race, Chip. We could be dead here. I bet this deck has a bad matchup into this. Because they goldfish a turn 4 kill faster than we do. Yeah. I bet this matchup is bad. We're gonna bring in some interactive bits here. The Strict Proctor beat this deck. No. Strict Proctor turns off Risen Reef. It doesn't turn off Birgi or Grinning Ignus. So, like, stops the value. Like, if you're playing Strict Proctor, you, like, leave it in, but it doesn't stop us from combo killing you. Because I guess it turns off Valet, too, but that's why we have a light up tonight. Yeah, I gotta cut 2 more things if I want to fit these in. Maybe I just don't want this much interaction on the play. Just gonna do 3 hearses and a fry. It is worth noting that in Pioneer proper, this deck gets to play Rending Volley, which is much better than Fry in this matchup. Rending Volley kills the rat for just 1 mana. Yeah, I think for Alchemy and Historic, I'd like to see Grinning Ignus Errata to not return itself to your hand until its ability actually resolves. No green source here, but this is great. Plus this, obviously. Why do people hate combo decks so much? It's not that. So, for the record, I think if you look at what I'm talking about with this deck and conclude that you just hate combo decks, Jeff, you don't understand why this deck is good. This deck isn't just good because it's a 3-card combo. 3-card combos fucking suck, Jeff. This deck is good because it has so many little engines that draw cards to generate value past that aspect of it. It gets to do too much else incidentally for free. In addition to that, is the kind of crux of why, if you ask Jeff, why do you think this deck is too good, it's that. Oh, go back and watch all the games I played against Red Black in this set and the match we played against Blue White Control, and you will highlight exactly why this deck's not okay. This deck isn't that good in Pioneer proper. I'm gonna time you out because it has multiple strong finishes in that format. Enjoy your break. Probably should have just played this last turn instead of playing the elf. And if we were playing Pioneer proper here, this would be a Rending Volley, and I'd be able to hold up removal for a rat here, but we don't have Rending Volley on Arena. Well, I don't know that, like, the deck is strictly better metagame to metagame, but it's definitely better in this matchup in Pioneer proper. It's honestly fucking incredible how many people are telling me the deck that just started posting results doesn't have a lot of results yet. Weird. Weird. The new deck doesn't have a bunch of tournament finishes just yet. Strange. Stop it. Stop it, Twitch chat. We're 1 mana short. We're 1 mana short of lethal here. Which is Sedge. Yeah, they have nothing, they're dead. I assume they have a Doomblade here. They're definitely not a company deck. I didn't bring in the red caps, and the answer is I don't think so, Lambton. I brought in a Fry. I only brought in 1 Fry. I brought in 3 hearses and a Fry. Required update, could this fix the audio bug? That's some real copium right there if I ever heard it. They can't crew the chariot, so they have priority for something else. I get it like Emperored here. It's like, had a removal spell this whole time and we're wasting my time? Nope, just had nothing and we're wasting my time. Good chat, good chat. What even is there out there, right? What does Grizzly Salvage hit that means they don't die in that spot? So what's a creature or land that stops them from dying there? They only had 2 mana left after the fact, so Murderous Rider doesn't do it. If they even play that card. That doesn't surprise me, Birgi. Goblin Chain Whirler specifically is really good against us, but if they don't have a good draw, I could see you outlasting them. Yeah, usually it's a person said they read patch notes, so there wasn't anything about the audio bug in there. The patch notes for today's patch usually aren't posted until the maintenance window is closed. If they posted them early, feel free to reference them, but usually they're not up yet. The channel land. Yeah, they couldn't crew the chariot. You ran the update and now you're getting authentication errors. Are you on mobile? Authentication errors on mobile after you patch seems to be a common issue. Can't log in on PC either. Yikes. All right, well, we'll see. We're going to finish this match. Then we're going to need we'll finish this match. We'll play this deck for about 2 hours. We'll do a wrap-up. We'll update the client. And if it works, we'll play. And if it doesn't work, I have another sponsored segment for Rune Terror we can do today. I was going to do it tomorrow because I can't run super late today. But if Arena's down, we'll do a little Rune Terror before we snap. You can't have audio error. Oh, wait. Playing this out is wrong. This didn't destroy the Perihelion for a turn. Yeah, I should have played the Cragcrown Pathway. I wasn't thinking this is an interaction here. They did not, Messiah. Well, you're not going to be able, for people saying you're afraid to exit Arena, you're not going to be able to get matches soon. They're turning off matchmaking in like 2 minutes for people that haven't updated the client. All right, that's a boat. It's not the big boat, but it's a boat. No rat revealed, but one of these could be a rat. It's a Cadillac. 1 Ingus, please, for lethal. 1 Ingus, please, for lethal. Oh, do we have enough? I might not have enough red to lethal with Ingus this turn, actually. We need to get Runaway Steam-Kin built up a little bit before we can full combo. Looking to fade a rat or looking to fade a can't stay away plus rat with a citrus supplier. Their nuts here is Perihelion rat can't stay away. Alright, they found a rat. Do they have a can't stay away in hand already? Threw in the Cadillac here, so hopefully no rat. Go blocks, 11. Probably Birgi first, right? Looking for more Steam-Kins, Elementals, or Ingus. We just passed, right? Need some draws here. The Absian version just like a little bit more mid-rangey with Azika's Chariot. Plays a more fair game plan. Hoping for any creature spell next turn. Grinning Ignus or another elemental is most ideal, but would be happy with any creature. Collected Company also kind of okay because it probably gets us an elemental. Licensed Curse. That's not terrible. This at least gives us another draw because we're not getting combo next turn. This gives us both an elemental and a creature play next turn, and it's a red spell for Runaway Steam-Kin, so we'll have plenty of mana once we cast it, in addition to getting 2 draws. So the Hearse basically buys us 3 more draws. We haven't seen any Grinning Inguses yet this game, right? 0 Grinning Ignus, 0 Company, so we're gonna get 3 draws at 42. Comments about deck ownership attribution aside, I would greatly prefer Togekick. I'm always open to a discussion, but what you've done here doesn't generate a discussion. You've come in here and created an appeal to authority and not provided any actual details or discussion points about why you think the deck isn't good. You basically just come in here and said, trust me, bro, it's not good and I'm not going to tell you why. So if you'd like to articulate yourself and talk about it, that would be great. But what you've done here, an appeal to authority with no logic or reasoning or discussion points, that's lazy and bad and unwelcome in my space. So please feel free to try and educate, but that's explicitly not what you've done. I personally am not super familiar with Pioneer proper. I don't play it. I don't touch Magic Online. I don't play Paper anymore. We start here, right? I think I want to leave the blue mana available for after I cast this. I have plenty of red, obviously. So if I make 3 mana with Runaway Steam-Kin, I can cast the Horn of the Bounty side here. And then I have just 1 mana left over after the fact. Oh, but I can shock this in technically, right? So if I do this, I could discard the Elvish Mystic, and if we hit Grinning Ignus, we cast it, right? And then we win the game. So we have 2 shots at Grinning Ignus and 39 cards. Okay, does this buy us another turn? I have a lot of 2/2s. And this gets us another turn. We have a ton of looks next turn. I've heard a couple people mention that, but I haven't looked at it all. Hank, is that out already? So they can crew this with these, and then I have 4 cats left over to attack with, and then I have to chump block the chariot, and I can let 1 cat through. So I'd lose the Risen Reef. So they can force me to chump off these 2. But then I draw enough cards next turn that's probably not a big deal. We're dead to a Doomblade here, I believe, which is unfortunate, but I couldn't really play around that. Have they only drawn 4 lands, or have they been looting them away? No, they've only drawn 4 lands. They've milled a bunch too, but... I think I have to get rid of this, right? Because otherwise I die. Because they crew with 2 of these plus this. And then they have 4 of these plus this. I need to block the Cadillac plus 4 of these. What do I get got by if I hearse the Greasefang and the Stitcher Supplier here? Anything? What gets me? Is there anything that gets me here? I think I want to keep them off of... I guess it taps this, so I can't block with it, but I think that's fine. I think I want them to not have a creature here. Oh, this means I can't crew the hearse as a blocker if they kill the Runaway Steam-Kin. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. I guess we could brick on 4 cards in a row here. I guess before I do the company, let's just, like, go all the way. Okay. And now, even if they have a removal spell at this point, that's the game. Because even if they have a removal spell, we have Light Up the Night that kills them. Okay, so game 1 seems rough. Unlicensed Hearse, obviously, very good here against their graveyard deck. And our couple pieces of spot removal, pretty okay there. Tempo decks are hard matchups, and tempo decks are popular in Pioneer. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate the constructive detail feedback. Those decks don't exist in Explorer, and without those decks existing in Explorer, this deck seems pretty incredible here, honestly. But also, at the same time, like, your combo deck having a bad matchup into tempo decks probably doesn't make it unplayable, right? You think red-black mid-range is a tough matchup? We like, I don't know, maybe we ran hot. But like, we like destroyed red-black today. And like, the only card they're missing from the Pioneer build on Arena now is like Dreadbore, right? And Dreadbore is only okay against us. Their other removal spells that they play instead are also fine. Yeah, like we rolled over red-black basically every time. Just be luckier. If we're only missing Dreadbore and Urborg. And honestly, the fact that the red-black decks in Explorer are playing instant speed removal over Dreadbore for the most part actually makes them a little bit better against us, right? Like, Dreadbore sorcery speed is pretty mediocre into our end step company, untap kill you. So, yeah. I would, like I said, the Spirits and Phoenix are popular decks in Pioneer, and those are hard matchups. Tempo decks, pressure plus counter spells, that makes a lot of sense. Those types of decks tend to be good into this, and those archetypes largely don't exist in this format due to card availability things on the platform. So, that being said, if you're looking to dumpster people in this format, this seems great. I don't really have comments on the details here. Like, I honestly feel like one of the things I like to talk about is like what's the core of the deck and what's not is yeah, exactly that. These 4 slots here in the main deck are like the only not core cards in the deck. I think Innkeeper was excellent at multiple points. The life gain from it was really important, so I don't think I'd get rid of that. I could take or leave Thunderkin Awakener. It was cute with Risen Reef a few times. It was nice having a couple more elementals, but honestly, I could see like the 4th Runaway Steam-Kin being good, and then maybe another elemental value of some sort, or maybe just like go up a Steam-Kin and an Innkeeper for these, but it was nice to have another elemental to trigger Risen Reef with on occasion. So maybe you want to like look over like the 1, 2, and 3 cost elementals and the Temur colors in this format and figure out which ones you might want to play. Maybe this is the best one, but it definitely was more. There was one game where our opponent thought seized our Risen Reef on 1, and then we drew this on 2 and got it back, and that was hilarious. So, had some good moments for sure.